In the most recent year of the war, Churchill got associated with the last black magic preliminary in Britain. Mystic Helen Duncan uncovered the sinking of the warship HMS Barham before it was reported. In opposition to Churchill's desires, she was arraigned in 1944 under the 1735 Witchcraft Act for conversing with spirits and went through 8 months in jail. England's first spymaster was Sir Francis Walsingham, 1532–90. His most outstanding triumph was exposing a plot to kill Elizabeth I and crown Mary, Queen of Scots. Walsingham and his code breakers utilized the most widely recognized letters of the letters in order alternative for those most generally utilized in the correspondence to comprehend the messages. Their revelation prompted the execution of Mary in 1587, and after a year, to Philip of Spain's choice to dispatch the Armada. We owe this regular doublespeak to Victorian agent George Jennings, who in 1851 consented to introduce his toilets in the Crystal Palace, home of the Great Exhibition in Hyde Park, if he could charge a penny for each individual. As London's populace developed, so too did the interest for milk. In 1798 there were 8,500 cows in the city, many kept in filthy conditions, for example, in the storm cellar of Golden Square, Soho. Dairymen would drain in open pails, where it was improved by feathered creature droppings, flakes of residue and general road earth. Luckily from 1840 the happening to the railroads guaranteed a prepared stock of new milk from the open country. This scandalous gadget was designed to guarantee that decapitation caused a quick passing. Albeit normally ascribed to the French doctor Joseph Guillotin, 1738–1814, and related with the French Revolution in 1789, it had numerous antecedents. The Halifax gibbet, recorded in the Yorkshire town in the late 13th century, stayed being used until 1650. A basic occurrence happened in the House of Commons in January 1642. Lord Charles I, goaded by the refusal of Parliament to permit him to raise charges without its assent, went into the House of Commons to capture 5 MPs who had been his most steadfast adversaries. They made their departure and the ruler remarked, "The winged creatures have flown." The Lombards, from northern Italy, bypassed the medieval laws against cash loaning by setting up as pawnbrokers. They would loan cash against the security of a significant thing, returning it to the proprietor for not exactly had been progressed an early type of banking. Many set up organizations in the peace of the City of London presently known as Lombard Street, which is as yet the central command of numerous banks today. A few articulations normally utilized in English have very evil roots. Cash for old rope, for example, gets from the Executioners' Act of enhancing their wages by selling ropes utilized for executions, a peddling an inch being the going rate. Men of straw alludes to 18th century men who might remain outside law courts with bits of straw jutting from their pockets or shoes to demonstrate that they were set up to give proof for whichever gathering would pay them. In the churchyard of St. George's, Gravesend, is a royal monument commemorating not a British monarch, but the Native American princess, Pocahontas. The principal open pay phones were worked in 1920, and were ugly solid structures, of which only one model makes do, in Hull. London thought them unreasonably revolting for its boulevards, so in 1924 the Royal Fine Art Commission founded a structure rivalry, which was won by the planner Giles Gilbert Scott, of Battersea Power Station notoriety, 1880–1960, with his now notorious red box structure. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.